Okay, we're getting close to the end. This is lesson 5 of 6 in the Streamline Pro series. What are GrabCAD Analyze dashboards? We've covered 3 out of the 4 parts under the umbrella of Streamline Pro, and today we're going to cover Analyze. Analyze gives you automatic local reports in a dashboard form on printer usage, on efficiency, on material usage. It also gives you custom email notifications on the jobs. We're going to talk about just the dashboard portion of Analyze today, and then the next video is about the email notifications. We've talked about how to install every other part of Streamline Pro. Analyze is the part that's going to take the most effort and time to install. Analyze is a completely local installation, so you're going to need a local server and then put 4 EXEs on it you download from our website. Along with Shield, Analyze is one of the parts of Streamline Pro that is completely local, so you'll need help from your IT department to get the server and the permissions to install it. We'll go over all that later in the video. But for now, let's see what those dashboards can do for you. Here's the dashboard we have from our Waltham, Boston office, and one of the first things you can see is there's a pie chart showing when the machine is printing, unavailable, idle, so you can tell how heavily used your machine is. In this case, for the Waltham office, a lot of our folks work from home, so you can see a lot of the idle in the pie chart. If you install Analyze, you'll see the same thing in your shop over Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, things like that. One of the easiest questions GrabCAD Analyze can help you answer is how much material did I use? So if you got 3 450s like this, you'll need 3 Streamline Pro licenses to connect them to Analyze. But if you've got 3 machines like this, then your dashboard might look like this. And you can see at the top, I've chosen those 3 machines out of the list, and then you can see instantly how much material I've used in the last 30 days, 7 days, 6 months, whatever time you set. A deeper question Analyze can help you answer is, why did a machine not produce as much as expected or as much as the other machines? So here's a different dashboard with those same 3 machines selected from our Eden Prairie office. And you can see it says the overall efficiency is 85%. An efficiency of 100% is if you sent a 4-hour job to the machine and it completes in exactly 4 hours. So you might start asking yourselves, why are my machines only 85% efficient? And you might look down here in the cancel jobs section and see that one machine has 3 canceled jobs, and that would lead to a lower efficiency. And then you can start asking yourself, why does that machine have 3 canceled jobs, which could lead to even deeper questions. But by far the biggest thing Analyze can help you do is if you have many machines, like shown here, looking at GrabCAD control for our Eden Prairie office. You can see 10 machines are printing, 16 are idle, 5 need attention, a lot of machines. And most folks, if they have this many machines, they spend 1 to 2 days a month calculating how much material they spend and correlating the efficiency for all these machines, making graphs that look like this over and over again every month. That's just human time spent doing something that a automatic dashboard could calculate instantly. As we'll see in a second, that's a dashboard that just comes automatically inside of Analyze. All right, enough talking, let's jump in and see it live. As we've seen a few times this series, everything starts with GrabCAD control, so here I am logged into our Eden Prairie office. You may notice down here there's a little configure analyze button, and that leads to a page that looks like this. This is where you get all the downloads for the installations we'll talk about at the end of this video, but for right now you can ignore it. If your analyze is set up, you can go ahead and ignore this page. Notice my analyze server address is already entered in here. That's part of the installation. It's a local address. It's not www somewhere. It's 10 dot something IP address. So it's a local IP address. So only people on your LAN can see this dashboard. If you're outside the LAN like I am, I'm currently remote. If you VPN into your LAN, you'll get the same experience as if you were there. Okay, so I'm VPNing in to our Eden Prairie office in Minnesota. Up here at top is the button for Analyze, and since I'm VPN'd in, when I hit it, it'll take me to my dashboards. Okay, there's a bunch of sample dashboards already made for you. They're pulling data from your real printers. They are sample dashboards, but the data is real. Okay, you can create your own using the plus sign, but one of the first ones that's good to show is a performance dashboard. And inside it, you'll notice at the top left, it says device name, right? All the dashboards start off with all, so let me choose just 3 machines like I had in the slides. The dashboard will refresh, And now I can see the overall performance, 88%. I can see how many canceled jobs there were. And if you want your overall performance to go up, maybe we start investigating why those jobs got canceled on this machine, if it's more than any other machine that you have. Okay? That's the real benefit of the performance dashboard is not just historical data, but comparison of machine to machine, so you can find outliers. All right, let's go back to our home screen. Another good one to show is the material usage dashboard. Okay, so just like before, it'll have all devices selected. I'm going to go up here at the top. You can see the units are kind of mixed because it's PolyJet and FDM together. So at the top, I'll just choose the same three FDM machines so we get consistent units. And instead of 7 days, I'll choose last 30 days. Okay, so this is the data I was showing in the slides, right? And you can see mostly we're putting in nylon carbon fiber, okay? Some ASA and Ultem. If we go down here to the right on the materials usage, and if I right click on the right thing, we can inspect the data and then download that data as a CSV file, okay? And that's how you get the data out if you want to do more post-processing to it. But all the collection is automatically done for you already with Analyze. A few other things to point out. Up here at the top right is the refresh button. You can refresh every 5 seconds or 1 day or whatever you want, but I'm just going to hit the button. It'll refresh and grab more data if available, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to click on the A in the top left to go back to my home page, and I'll show you that we have some machine-specific dashboards. This is called Machine 360, like a 360-degree view, specifically for FDM. So you can see it's a named machine again. This is an FDM machine. I can kind of see how much material it's used. It's used ASA. I can see historically how much is used. The current job status is complete. You can even see in 10-minute increments whether the machine is being used or idle or not available, right? So the green is used, the orange is idle. And so if you see a deviation from what you expect here, you can start asking questions like, why? Why was the machine idle at 12 o'clock every day? And oh, okay, that's lunch. You can do things like that with this Machine 360 dashboard. Now, obviously, you can make your own dashboards by hitting the plus sign and going to dashboard, but sometimes it's a little tricky to copy and paste panels from one dashboard to another. So give us a call before you're going to do this. Shop at grabcad.com or streamline at grabcad.com. We can help you get this set up and get your new dashboards going. So now let's move on to the most complicated part of the entire process, and that's the installation. I'm going to try and give you an overview here. We have more resources on our webpage, but this is just going to be an overview for your IT department so they can understand the basic overall steps to install GrabCAD Analyze. All right, so there's going to be a couple parts to it. 6 steps I've listed here. First thing you're going to do is choose a server. Okay, I have some requirements here. There's more linked in the description, but Windows 10 or newer, admin rights, decent RAM, and a lot of hard drive to store all this data. One last requirement for the server that sometimes people forget is that it has to be on the same LAN as the printers. Okay, it's pulling data right from the printers, has to be on the same LAN. And then after that, the 4 EXEs get installed onto that server. First thing you're going to install is the Analyze agent. You can see there's only 5 megs. Then Vagrant, which is for our installation scripts. Then the Oracle virtual machine. You can see it's getting larger. And then finally, the Analyze server, which is a couple gigs. We're going to talk about things to watch out for in each step in a second. After that, you're going to do the last step, which is connect. You're going to connect the server to that tab in control, and then you're going to connect the Analyze agent to the tab in Analyze. I wish these things connected in a different order so I could have a better diagram where the lines didn't cross, but this is what we've got. Okay, here's what to watch out for in each step. In the Analyze agent step, make sure you write down this IP address given to you at the end of the installation. Okay, you're going to need that to connect to the Analyze tab later on. Okay, so write down that IP address or copy it into a notepad. In the Vagrant step, make sure you get the AMD 64 version of Vagrant. Our link links you to a web page where you can download it. Get the AMD 64 version of Vagrant. There's a lot of different versions you can download from the web page we link you to. Make sure you get the AMD 64. The Oracle virtual machine step is pretty straightforward. I won't cover that. But in the Analyze server step, it is a two-part installation. So the first part of the installation will look like this and it'll end, but you keep going and you hit the second part of the installation, which looks like this. And just like before, make sure to write down this IP address because that's what you're going to put into the control tab in the next step. To show you that next step, it looks like this. Inside the control tab, there's a little spot for enter IP address, and that's where you're going to take this data from that last step 5 and put it into that field. This is how the Analyze tab knows where to look for your server. After that, at the very end, inside that Analyze tab, in the Admin section, it's looking for the agent, and that's where you put the data from step 2. That IP address goes there, telling it where the agent is. So that is an overview of how to install Analyze. I tried to make the diagram as simple as I could. We have more details in the article's linked in the description, but you can take a screenshot to show your IT team so they can walk through this when they do the installation. Let's talk about where to find those installation files. They're typically found on the Configure Analyze tab inside of Control, and you can just go from top to bottom. Okay, up here is the agent installer. Below that is Oracle and the Vagrant installer. And then finally at the very bottom is the Analyze Server installer. Okay, I've marked them with the steps here of the installation process. Okay, so that is the end of the Analyze Dashboard section of Streamline Pro. Next time, we're going to talk about custom email notifications on jobs, also inside of Analyze. I've been Shabam Ghosh, and thanks for watching.